Hey guys, welcome back to ADP Art Creations. Well, guys, I was not gonna go live into tomorrow because I am doing a show on Kim Mulkey tomorrow on Dblock time. But tonight, well, this morning rather, I just want to speak a little bit. This is just a nurturing corner, group hug segment to support our girl Angel Reese, and then we'll follow up with the rest of the shows Thursday and Sunday with Kim Mulkey, and then Sunday I'll be doing Pat Summit or whatever. So hey, Miss D, I see you in there. Guys, Miss D is not feeling well today. So she gonna represent uh in the chat or on the panel. Just I don't even know. But yeah, she's not feeling good. So I hope Miss D feels better. Oh well, come on, Miss D, come on up, girl. I just know you wasn't feeling well, so I was like, I just want to come up here because Riddick and them asked was I gonna come live, and I was gonna, I told them I was gonna go tomorrow, but oh, let me drop the link. We need, as fans, we need to address this. As I'm pulling up everything, I tried to find the presser where Angel was saying that she had enough, and she was oh no, not share screen. Hold on. Here we go. I was trying to find a presser where she was talking about she had enough, but it's giving me all this crazy stuff. Like they really, you got some people going for Angel, and then you got some people going ham on her. And okay, yeah, you could just come up for support. You don't have to say anything if you want to, if you feel like it. I know this change of weather can get everybody. Hey, Riddick Milky Way. Um, the biggest problem I have with everything that's going on with Angel speaking out is how is it that everybody else can speak out, but when it comes to Angel, she can never catch a break. You have where you have half say Angel should speak out, but then when she speak out is a problem, and then you got some that say she could speak out, and we're supporting her. Hey, she Wiz, um, and we're supporting her. Like I just don't get it when it comes to Angel. She doesn't have the same privileges as we know as the other players. I don't think nothing that Angel said was wrong. I mean, yeah, sometimes the truth hurts, but you got to give it to them. How you expect to grow if you don't hear the truth? You know how many times she probably hear the truth? 24/7 every day. Angel is going to get hit no matter what she say, no matter what she do. So as content creators and stuff, we gotta chop that narrative up that she throwing her teammates under the bus. Common sense, we all knew what Angel meant, the team knew what Angel meant, and those who take it as a shot at them, oh well. That's not Angel's character to tear anybody down. That when she did that interview, they probably asked her questions, and Angel is not gonna lie. She gave them the truth, and she didn't sugarcoat it. You can't be mad at that. That's just that be more style. That hey, if you ask me, I'm gonna speak my truth. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna hold back. I'm just gonna keep it real with you. Like she's been getting beat up all season. She ain't said nothing all season. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it could have been, it could have came out after, the season finished. Heck, the season is finished for Chicago Sky pretty much. You know what I'm saying? They just playing out the rest of their games. So this is what's so crazy. First, even though Crystal did speak out somewhat, last year, but the timing of everything that's coming out. First, Crystal going back and letting it be known what was going on a little bit here and there. And then right behind that, Angel drops this. We didn't see this. We knew it was coming, but the timing of it coming, that was the shocker. And inside of it, she said everything that everybody know. She kept it real with everything that's been going on with this season. When she was on when she was on medical leave or whatever, taking care of herself, and they kept saying Angel was in those meetings, and in those meetings, I'm quite sure she expressed her voice, in those meetings if they allowed her to or whatever. But she's watching, guys. She's behind the scenes. She's seeing this. She's feeling this. She's getting hit. She's getting beat up. She's getting not beat up, Angel, because I know you can fight. Sorry about that. Let me rewind that back. She's getting tackled on the court. She's been attacked from different groups on social medias where she can't say nothing. And yes, media will twist your words. She didn't say what she said. And she didn't go into detail, oh, I shouldn't have said it like this. No, the way they put it. And that's the thing. People got a way of putting certain words of what you said in the wrong direction. And she made it clear. That's all she cleared up. She didn't backtrack on what she was saying at all. She said what she said and she stood on business. She just was like, how it came out. It's different when you're in an interview talking to somebody than you amongst, you know, the people on your team. But this is not nothing new. This is not nothing the team didn't already know. You know what I'm saying? For Angel to come out and say what she said, she's probably had those conversations with everybody that's tight with her, like, saying this is what's gonna happen. This is not something. um Angel didn't say anything wrong. We all watched horrible basketball all season. Yes, she wins. Hey, June. Hey, Van. Hey, Riddick. And who else did I miss? Oh, she whiz. I said, hey, Miss D. Angel should have walked into the locker room with a stat sheet taped on her shirt. If your stats look like parent code, don't address me. Oh, my mama. Those vets need to know their place. Riddick. They do. They do. And I'm quite sure, Andrew's an outspoken person. I know that Be More Style come out in practice. Well, okay, listen, guys, whatever practice they did have, or what I'm saying, before the game, I know it came out. You know what I'm saying? So they can't be mad. You can't be mad at the truth, but some people are. And for someone to come out and speak out and try to throw shade or be shady, you missing the point. You're older than Angel. You're supposed to set an example, and you did exactly what the media wanted you to do. You fed off of that, and you ran with them, saying, as far as the age difference and stuff, that was taken out of context or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But you didn't waste no time speaking out on. You keep playing follow the leader with the snake, and you're gonna find yourself right behind the snake, because the same way Snake did Teaspoon and Kennedy, you guys honestly think that's just gonna go without nothing happening? You can't keep doing this to people and doing this to people and think you're not gonna reap what you're sowing to these people. This team, these girls, Camilla and Angel and Mick, and that's all I can say for right now. Those three right there last year, they was on it. They weren't perfect, but they was on it. This year, they've been through the mental health been attacked, their mindset for the game, but yet they still came out, and Angel still came out and played. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to get out there on that court, and you got stuff hitting you left and right, and you go out there and you do the best you can do. Will you have a perfect game every game? No. And I get that. And yes, I understand that this was Angel's job and she's supposed to get out there and work. But we got to stop thinking that people can put these girls inside of a box where they can't mess up, where they can't do no wrong, and where they can't speak their truths. She said enough is enough. Angel had to step out and start protecting herself, because now you're trying to trickle into my business, my funds and stuff, even though you can't, but that's what you're trying to do. So let me go ahead and play chess while y'all playing checkers. Let me go ahead and play chess and put that out there, because what you're not gonna do is come in and try to play what I have built. And you already know, when a woman says she tired and she done had enough, and you see them tears and then she turning red, look for what's coming next. This is just the beginning, guys. Change is coming. And not everybody gonna like that change. And if that change means that Angel has to go and finish her journey somewhere else, then that's what it's gonna be. But I'm so sick and tired of people pushing away her how she feels and her mental health to take that space and use it for hate. She is hurting. The team is hurting. Camilla have been through some changes. They are hurting. Mick on the sideline crying. They have been through so much this season, and all people, some people, not everybody, all they looking at is game, 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 game. If you don't have the players' mental health first, I believe in mental health first before you run the game, because if their mind is not right, they can't play that game. And never was it a rainy day with Angel. Even when she was going through, she still got on that floor and showed out. Even though she got her injuries and still went out there and showed out. Even if she still got her injuries, she still went out there and showed out. If you guys didn't notice, um, when Angel get up there and she doing, getting close to the basket, doing her thing, sometimes she missed or whatever, she's still working with that. You know what I'm saying? That's something she working on, or whatever, getting herself back to normal. Van said they're mad because Angel refuses to be the fall guy anymore. That's right. She has been the fall guy all season. Well, they tried it, Van. They tried to make Angel the fall guy, but it backfired. Because if you guys notice, it's the same pattern that the snake uses. He started off with Teaspoon, then he did Kennedy, then he was gonna go for Angel, then he was gonna go for Camille. It's a track record. Watch the receipts drop and watch how this person moves. It don't take you long to figure a person out. Give a person even a week, maybe two, but you don't figure out how that person runs the game just by the way that they talk, by the way that they carry themselves, you know, by the way they talk, by the way they carry themselves. And they'll keep coming back and back and people like that, they don't have a different way they're gonna attack. They keep trying to attack the same way. They tried to attack a young woman who's confident in herself, that will not bow down to them, because that's what they tried to do. They tried to humble her. What you need to humble me for, if I'm keeping it real, if I'm just being myself. I'm not. She has not been disrespectful to anybody. She's kept it real, and the way that she do break it down when she do speak up, that's just the nice version. Y'all forget where Angel is from. Angel, let me tell you something. Be more downplay. So, when she coming out like that, that's the light version. And trust and believe, she done check with her team, she done check with her family, she done check with the people, the players that are behind her, everybody, before she even spoke on this article and did that interview. And if they did leak it before it was time, okay. But it was perfect timing. If Angel, as smart as I believe she is, she will carry a tape recorder for her on and out. That too, and Riddick. Um, paper trails mean everything. You think Angel don't know? Like everybody was saying, speak out, speak out, speak out. You think Angel don't know? She playing chess. She did it the right way. They can either take it or leave it. But what we not gonna do as fans, as real genuine fans, they already twisted stuff. It's all across the I pull up on YouTube. I'm trying to find the presser where she said she broke down and she said she had enough. And just to see that, for me to see that, I would be like, man, you know what I'm saying? How can you sleep at night? How can you sleep at night knowing what you did to these girls mentally? How can you do that? You keep right on letting your ego and all that stuff mess you up. You're gonna wind up not having a team. You'll have a team, but not having a team. Any man, yes, can be replaced, but a genuine person, a genuine player is hard to find. And when you have a real and genuine player like Angel Reese, you might want to keep them. But just like when Full Court Trio show all those great players that they let go, and that doesn't mean they won't let Angel go too. You see what I'm saying? Because of her, because of Angel wanted to go, because you're not getting ready to use me for click, clout, views, and money and stuff like that, and think I'm just gonna stand there and you mess up my brand and you try to play me. No, that's not getting ready to happen. Not with me. And anytime that, and if people really know Angel, and her teammates should know her because they're there with her, whether they ops or not, or whatever, the team players or whatever, they should know where Angel is coming from, because they have to see her, and they have to they have to see her and play with her every day. So trust and believe they know everything that's happening behind closed doors. What pisses me off and what makes me upset, I don't wish for nobody, guys. I don't care if I don't like you or we on two separate turns, two separate journeys. I do not like the attack on a person just because they are who they are. We cannot change people for what we want them to be. And that's what they try to do. Okay, come on up, so pretty. Um, that's what they tried to do to Angel. Yeah, they know where the talent is coming from. They know where the talent is coming from. You know, and it's like people, we can't, you can't be blind to like what's going on with them. Hey, 6 foot, you can't be blind to what's going on with them. You have, like, I keep running back to that, guys, because I be paying attention to details. Y'all know ADP, when I'm speaking from the heart. I'm watching them. I know, like, the type of, you just got discernment. You either got it or you don't, right? And just to see, I keep going back to the week of All Star when Angel did that interview with Ellen, and she was talking about the cyberbullying and her mental health. And then within that same week, Camilo dropped that commercial with that mental health. I keep going back to that because those are signs, and those. Let me add so pretty up here. Okay, let me move that so pretty so I can see you. Hey, so pretty girl.
Hey, pretty ladies, how y'all doing tonight?
Well, Miss D up here just for support, because she her voice is out. She not feeling good, but she coming to support. So
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, that's a real
Oh,
dog
that's
right here.
awesome.
Look,
That's
so
awesome.
Skylar is a dog, so she can't say nothing. Skylar is a dog, Miss D.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, you could really get her
we,
now. Ooh,
look,
you
we
could really get her now.
just I know. It's so pretty, Tone. We just having a group session, a group hug session, talking about Angel, and just
Yeah,
um,
our beautiful little niece, our niecey
yeah,
poo. I call her
I
niecey poo.
yeah. So we are,
Hey,
we
Dad.
yeah, the chat, we chat. Oh, hey, Jonathan Boo. I'm sorry. Um, but yeah, so we just up here, we just talking about that so pretty, Tony, just getting it out, because like I was saying, I was trying to find that presser where she broke down and said enough is enough. And as I'm looking it up, I'm seeing all the YouTube clips. Angel throwing her team under the bus. Angel this, Angel that, Angel.
Yeah, they
We
crazy.
gotta stop that narrative. We
Yeah,
gotta
they
stop
crazy.
it. We gotta
I'm
stop
sure they'll
that.
ask the team about that on the next game and Friday, and they'll be like, "Nah, we don't."
They already knew. That's what I'm saying. She already, before she put this out, she already was playing chess. It's nothing they don't know, so they
They
can't get
know
mad.
that Angel is hot on the. They know that she's hot off the press, hot on the market. Everybody wants Angel on their team, and they know that Angel's recruiting, but they know that Angel's trying to put centerpieces, and even those ladies on that team are still hanging with Angel, rocking with Angel, and trying to see where they can stay and fit in. Because at the end of the day, guess what? When everybody's contract and is up and everybody is free willy nilly next year, who's going to pick them up? So everybody on that team is literally okay. But dang, Angel, well, I want to play here and I like it here and we have a good team. But they also understand business, right? It's the business aspect of the game. It's a
Yes.
business. That
Hmm.
young lady ain't saying nothing that none of those ladies haven't heard before, right? That's
Right.
not throwing nobody under the bus. And all of those that's saying that, all because this woman decided to put that out there, and this is what Jeff P want to do, and he want to smear. He doesn't understand that this 23-year-old is extremely powerful. She's powerful, and she's gonna pack a punch,
Yes.
right? She said what she said, and she meant what she said. And
Yep.
she ain't gonna
Exactly.
say if she, hey, it is what it is. At this point, they're gonna do what they're gonna do. They put it out too early. They shouldn't have put it out as early. We all know that somebody leaked this a little earlier than it was supposed to be leaked. However, it is and that it's leaked. We all know that it's coming from the Panther because he want to set a narrative. But if he does that, what he got to realize is he's not hurting her. He's actually going to help her. If he decides, well, she's under this contract and we're going to do XYZ and this, that, and the third. However, and fake the funk and give us more lies about how he wants to keep her, or we know her contract stands, but I'm going to move over here because I can get these people for her. You're not doing nobody no favors other than her, because she can move around, and wherever she moves around, guess what? They're going to build one hell of a team to play a few ladies and a hell of a team around her. And guess what? They're gonna be sitting pretty right up in that skybox, waiting. Guess what? To be in that next round of playoffs and getting ready to try to fight for a championship. That's all that young lady wants. She's a winner. She used to being a winner. She ain't used to all of this losing and crap. She ain't used to that. As a matter of fact, she's built to win. Right. That's why she's as successful as she is. And if nobody can't see that, I tell you what, that Kathy can.
And you think Kathy gonna let them play with her money? Nope. And believe it or not, people think that they won over Angel. No, Angel played chess on them. She got them right where she want them to be. Because believe it or not, she get, you got these YouTube stuff getting their stories ready. The false narratives are coming. But she already done set the tone. So while they keep bringing that negative, everybody coming to shut it down. You only need one positive to shut them negatives down. And as content creators, we got to shut it down as soon as it come in. Fresh meat come in, eat it up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They want the smoke. They wanted the smoke. They wanted Angel to speak out. Now she's spoken out. Yeah. So what are you gonna do now? Nothing, because the ball is in her court, not theirs. It's in her court. And yeah, you still can run a team, but when you got genuine players, your team is not going to run the same. It's like you're going to keep rebuilding and rebuilding and rebuilding. What organization wants that, to keep rebuilding? So she's showing you, she tried to talk to you the nice way. You didn't want to hear. So she had to come outside her box, and she had to speak up. Now the question is, what are you going to do about it? And they have to move right. If they make one wrong move, that's messing their money up.
Let me tell you something. Absolutely. Angel is on one. She is on one, because I think something happened while she was recovering.
Yeah, Tony, you remember they kept saying
something happened, and it set the precedence for this right here. Something happened, and she was not happy at all. It did not. She was not pleased about it. When she came back from the All-Star break, and she was all in and brought in and 100% good to go, and speaking, it had nothing negative to say, not even about the Pink Panther, about the cat, about the Pink Man, right? Nothing. But something occurred while she was on her hiatus with her back. And I'm curious to know what that was. I'm sure if I ask a few people and did some maneuvering and did some scoping and combing, I could probably find out. But no, I want to find out like everybody else, right?
This goes back to what Duvall was saying. Even Duvall and Brocalot were saying. They kept saying Angel needs to speak up. Angel needs to speak up. And look, I guess she did, and it just probably didn't, go the way. So she's tried, she's tried to be reasonable and speak up, but this had to be dropped today, the way it was dropped. It had to be, because now they know she's not playing. She tried to be the nice guy. And this is what kills me. Why do people expect every time somebody, a genuine person, that they're supposed to always be the good guy? that they can't have any like mistakes, or they can't do something to protect themselves. She has to protect herself. She got brands, deals, and everything else. She's not getting ready to let nobody take her under. And Bro Clark tried to vouch. He tried to vouch for the Chicago organization, and then they turned around and played out Bro Clark.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
every aspect he went at. Every aspect everything that Bro Clark was saying that they need to fix, it backfired, and they just was not doing none of that.
Right.
well, you have to be a willing body.
Yeah.
You have to be a willing body to produce anything of a certain type of work, right, Sister Tony?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
A certain type of work, meaning that the product that you are displaying, a certain type of atmosphere, a certain type of way that makes a player feel like that you think that she is her.
Mm-hmm.
You have to put out more than you getting emails, slogans, and YouTubers, Instagram, Twitter Xers to say who Angel is. You have to, the organization,
Right,
have to believe that Angel is her. Okay? So let's start there. So as I already covered and I already said my soliloquy on the full court trio, they did not know who Angel was wholeheartedly. They just did not know. And they underestimated her reach. See, it's one thing to say, okay, this guy's a big guy. So what do that mean? You know, bigger they are, harder they fall, right?
Yeah.
Right? But it's another thing if that big guy really have skills of defense, right? It's a whole nother game. It's a whole nother ball game. And this is what Mike Tyson, I heard the great Mike Tyson, the great fighter, he said that he underestimated Buster Douglas.
Yeah.
He said, literally, I worked out 3 weeks before I fought him. That means that he didn't take the preparation of 6 to 4 months before he even got into. He could have died from the hits that he took from Buster Douglas. Okay? But we got the champion of the world. We got a man that has hundreds of millions of dollars, which he's rich, right? And he's been rich since he's been 20, right?
Right.
And he also have the people that's on his end in his ear telling him he's the best, his enablers, right? You know, the enablers, like, yeah, do the, you know what I mean? So he got the enablers, the money, and also the chip to bag up his delusional thought that he was going to be able to get into that ring and fight Buster Douglas. Well, put this into Chicago Sky. Yeah. Well, Chicago Sky is one of the most celebrated franchises of newer times in the WNBA, right? Because they just currently in the 2021s won a championship, right? So their championship is only 4 years off, which still makes them a prominent piece of that win now type of coalition, right? That's why they say we are champions here. We win because of late. They are a champion in this 10-year bracket, right? So when you are a person or people or a chamber, which they are, a chamber of owners who threw money in a hat and it worked, right, Sister Tony? It worked.
That's right. That's right.
Because ADP. This is Chicago Sky only been around since 2006. That's fairly young.
Yeah.
Very young.
That's very young, and they won with minimal money. They wasn't paying Candace Parker a lot of money to be there. She probably just got 100,000 or a little bit more. Is that right, Sister Tony?
Yep, she didn't get very much at all.
She didn't get what we now know as a max table because the WNBA was not functioning off of that scale, Miss D and ADP in chat. The WNBA is now, after this CBA, after this, they will be functioning really off of the cap. You got what I'm saying? The cap going to be extended. People are going to get millions of dollars. They already said that 1 million is a max contract that the owners is trying to do, but they like, hell no. We want 6 to 8 million. Matter of fact, if y'all really can't match the NBA, but we'll look and listen to what you're saying. You got what I'm saying?
Right.
So there are players that has been put in these 28 years of follies of this league that have 10 years, 15 years, like Tina Charles, like, Natasha Howard coming up. You got what I'm saying? Skylar Diggins. Those people, Skylar Diggins got 10 years. So Drew Lloyd got 8. Those people want to eat. These people been here for a long time and they've been underprivileged, underpaid, and also not valued like they are in the last 2 years. Okay.
Yep.
So now that you got the WNBA on the rise again, in this time and period, Sister ADP, Miss D, you have a franchise who threw money in a hat, got what they wanted, a banner, off of what they did and paid minimal price for the production. That's a win for any organization. That's a W. But what is the problem is you got people like Gabby Williams who made nothing.
Yep.
You got people like Courtney Williams who they didn't even want to pay what she got. You got Alana Smith and all of these different ones who played for Kai Copper. Kai Copper didn't get what she supposed to have gotten, and she was the league leading in point in scoring. She was a scoring champion for the Chicago Sky and had the most points in the organization.
Yep.
So they was able to pull this off. The great Candace Parker worked for peanuts. So therefore, you think that they, in their mind, care about who Angel Reese is, far as her being a player? No, they didn't do. They didn't calculate. They calculated the player, but they didn't calculate the phenomenon.
Right.
Do that make sense? They calculated the player in their mind of wherever she ranked with them, but they didn't calculate the mega starism that she is. They didn't calculate the impact that she will bring just to the organization. As I said before, in Dubai, they wear Angel Reese t-shirts and Chicago Sky jerseys.
Yeah.
Just like they the Chicago Bulls. You could go right now, today, with the impact that Michael Jordan had. You gonna go around this country. There's not one stadium that won't have a Michael Jordan jersey on or Michael Jordan gym shoes. Right now, there's no basketball stadium in the world that don't wear that man's shoe.
Correct.
Do you understand that type of folly and impact? Angel Reese is that piece that they underestimated. So therefore, you got these type of hiccups, ADP. You got these type of restaurant franchise type of things going on. The fried guy, the GM. You got what I'm saying?
Yeah.
the wrong coach picked for the slot to pull this off.
Mm-hmm.
So when you paying for peanuts and then you get a steak, you won. Not alone they got a steak, they got 2 steaks because Camila Cardoso is the sleeper.
Yep.
She's gonna be in the league a long time.
Yep.
She's 6'7". That lasts long. The big body lasts longer than the small body any day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a point guard, so I understand that. Because we take more hits, we fall. Look at Ariel Atkins. She all over the damn floor.
Always on the floor.
She ain't gonna last another 5-6 years like that.
Right.
Look at Tiffany Hayes out every other month. Tiffany Hayes has been out.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Because our body can't take that. Women bones age quicker than men when it comes to sports. It's just a fact.
Yeah.
It's just a fact. Now, women that don't have babies, they can last a little bit longer, like Dana Taurasi. But you sacrificing your whole entire life not to make a family. You got what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah.
But when you like Skylar Diggins, who didn't have a couple of children, Nafisha Collier that didn't have a child, your body goes through changes. Therefore, a metamorphosis has happened in your body. That's why they didn't expect Nafisha Collier to come back the way that Fee did, and Fee came back with a vengeance after they greatly. Hamby, look at Hamby, De'Erica Hamby, come right back in. So. Because you got these facilities, those facilities wasn't there for the women back in the day. So yes, they'll be on the injured list and be going out the league quick because they didn't have what the men had. You got what I'm saying?
Yep.
Right. Yeah.
Because they didn't have what Angel mentioned. What did she mention? Doctors. She thought therapists, right? Mental therapists, food plans, places to go and develop themselves. You know what I mean? Just a basic workout room and a weightlifting room.
Right. Yeah.
They don't have those amenities that's there. So what Angel is, she done brought all of that to the table, and it must be done. So they got 2 ways of how they thinking. Jeff P was like, man, fuck this nigga. No, that's where he's at. Yeah. She's just another person.
Mm-hmm.
But the franchise, Michael Alter, allegedly, let me say that allegedly, Michael Alter and Nadia Rollinson, because they look at the numbers and they seen 4,000 with Candace Parker and they see 20,000 people trying to get a 12,000 room facility, which is the Wintrust. They only hold capacity of 12,000, which it wasn't there today. Of course, it rained and stormed in Chicago, and a lot of people knew it was the Connecticut Suns, and they don't want to see the Suns. Mm-hmm. But the Indiana Pacers game that's inside of the Bulls Stadium, they're gonna be packed. That's another 20,000. And Caitlin Clark ain't playing, and Angel Reese may not be playing. And think about this: they were trying to get the Aces game to be moved, but the United Center was booked, right? So they didn't get the United Center for Asia Wilson coming in town. But every time Asia come, it's full. Is that correct? Whoever and by the Bulls log book, they've been full all year. Is that right, Sister Tony?
That's right.
They have not had a game that they wasn't sold out. ADP Miss D. I'm gonna land here. So what I'm saying is that they did not know who this child was. Mm-hmm. They just now figuring it out, and God put her through the trial because He said, "When I give you much, you must be tried 10 times fold."
Yes.
I say it again. He said, when I give you much, you must be tried 10 times fold.
Yeah.
Yep.
So a lot of people, they in the chat, they be talking about, oh, bro, blah, yeah. No, that's God trial. You ain't God. What you talk about, ADP, God got to put this girl through something.
Yeah.
He got to, her trial ain't our trial.
Right.
And our trial ain't her trial, because it's a trial just watching this baby lose.
Right. Woo. Yes, it is.
They, you know, and I agree with you, Riddick Milky Way. If they don't get it right, she should be gone. If they don't get it right, they deserve not to have a player of Angel Reese impact in our land.
Yep. Good job. Hey, Jacob, how are you? Jacob's on the panel, guys.
Hey, Jacob, how you doing?
What's good? How are y'all doing?
What's up, Jacob? Bear down.
What's up? I'm not gonna turn on my camera yet because my camera is messed up. So
you don't have to turn it on if you don't want to. It's okay.
I'm just waiting for my brother to help me fix it, then I'll turn it on. But I can talk for right now. But I was gonna say to add to the conversation that the Bears management is, Chicago's management is trash in general when it comes to their stars. We see, even Brocott can attest to that. We see it with the Bears, with the Bulls, with the White Sox, with the Cubs. They've been trash with their management their whole life, basically.
We're gonna need them to do something different. They're gonna have to come up with something.
Well, the Bears changed that this year.
We don't know that yet, bro, Claude. I know I talk trash in the other chat, but we don't fully know that.
No, I'm talking about in spending on players.
Oh.
We do know that. On the contracts that was given out in this year succeeded what they did last year, because last year they gave what's the name, that big contract, right? But this year they done gave out 17 multi-million-dollar contracts out right now for the Chicago Bears players. You got what I'm saying? That never happened, Jacob. You know, you've been here. That never happened.
I'm only 21 years old, so I don't know much about.
I'm saying in Chicago. I'm saying you're 21, but I'm saying you've been here. You know enough by you being 21 that Chicago don't play their players.
Nope.
All right, that was enough.
Yeah. And that's but you know what's so crazy is that they don't have no energy to take up for. They don't want to, and they don't have the right energy to even take up for her. For Angel to have to take up for herself and speak out like that in the presser, and after she just did this interview, that speaks volume. That shows you who back they have. They have not spoke out for Angel and fought for Angel none this season. None.
Doesn't seem like they plan on it either.
No, and it's the end, and it's the end of the season.
I mean, only thing that they can say is, oh well, the future is to keep her, Camilla, the other two rookies, they're under the contract, but they're also looking, as you can see earlier today, Banham. Who is it? It was Banham.
Ariel Atkins.
Ariel, and who's the third one?
Banham,
Ariel, and Vandersloot. Yes, looking to keep those three. Banham showed, promise. It's just she has to work on her defense. If she can work on her defense and get her defensive style together, then I wouldn't have a problem with them keeping her, right? Because she stepped up in a big way offensively. But without having defense, you have to give that position to somebody else that can come in that's much more vigorous, one that can capitalize a little bit better, has the defensive set, along with the shooting skills and the rights to be able to handle the ball. Vandersloot is handling the ball, but even when she was there before getting hurt, the stout of the speed that's in the game right now, the game is much faster. She's slow for the game right now. And that is what Angel meant. Angel didn't mean any harm if, for those that may have taken it that way, her saying that is more of a situation where it's saying, hey, we need someone that's quicker. We need someone faster someone that has to be able to get up and down the floor, not slow the pace of the game down. Camilla and Angel are players that like to play fast. They do better when the game is moving. You slowing the game down is a disadvantage for those two players, even a disadvantage for Ariel Atkins. If you can see, Ariel loves to move. She's fast. She likes to get things done. It's another one of those tricky situations where if you have a guard with speed like that and you're slowing them down, they don't know what to do. They get lost. They get stuck. They get stuck in the play, in the realm of the play, of how to be able to move around. You have to be able to match their game and the intensity with players around them. If you don't, you get left behind. And that's why they have gotten their butt spanked. You get your butt spanked by faster teams because you can't keep up. You couldn't keep up with Fever, and that's why you got blown out those games you did by 30 plus. For that particular reason, those ladies were able to get up and down the floor, and you're playing catch up.
Yeah,
they're quicker on defense. They hedge a little bit harder. They guard you with their whole body throughout the whole game, and they're handsy. Why? Because they're quick on their feet. If you're hedging to get in front, of course, they're going to have a step over you, and that's why we have so many turnovers. Those things are important, and Angel sees that. Hell, on the Fever, Caitlin Clark sees that. On Dallas, Paige Becker sees that. Lanissa Thomas, on her team, although she's up there in age, she's still fast. She sees that. So if you don't have a player on your team with that mindset and the ability to know how to speed the game up without turning the ball over, then you have to make changes.
Right.
Sloot had her time. She did what she needed to do when she was supposed to do it, but trying to come back to save face because they promised you something when you know it's not in the best interest of a team, because you're still trying to play. You're still trying to play out your days and hopes that you can do something for this team is not a good thing. It showed that you are slow. You get your pocket pick and you're trying to do the pick and roll with Camilla, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. If you are slow, it doesn't help Camilla. You're getting the ball to her a few seconds slower. That 1 second is a problem. So whoever don't like what she said, as Candace Parker says, can kick rocks, because at some point somebody got to say what needs to be said. Needs to be said, and that's that.
Yep. And Robert Jones says, what up, Dblock?
What's going on?
He said, you know what bothers me is, why is the Chicago press more worried about Angel than putting pressure on the organization for the fans that buy merchandise tickets and call them out? You know why, Robert? Because they've been paid not to. They've been paid to say what the organization wants them to say instead of just speaking the truth. Because they haven't spoken the truth on when they were speaking the truth, when they were laughing at Coach Marsh or whatever, you know what I'm saying? We saw it, but then all of a sudden it stopped and they start giving him praise and different types of stuff. Because at the end of the day, evidently they don't care losing money. It probably doesn't bother them as much. But I know Kathy is watching this, and regardless of whether Kathy on this side or that side, they playing with her money. She set these games up according to the super teams, the two teams that she wanted to set up, with still leaving all the other teams out, with still not even promoting and talking about the other players in the way that they should and the accomplishments they've made this season. You know what I'm saying? So this is something big when you start not just your organization, but now you messing with the other people too. You messing with all these millionaires and billionaires who have put this money into this team or whatever they're doing together behind closed doors to make these two teams be against each other.
Right.
Now let's go to this, and I'm gonna say this in the beginning. Marsh was tweeting for Angel and this, that, and the third. So before he got to the sky, he was for Angel. We all know wolf tickets were sold. But even if those wolf tickets were sold, sooner or later, right is right and wrong is wrong. I don't care if you don't like the player. I don't care if you feel like I don't even know how to put this, but I don't care if you don't like the player, but you're gonna respect that player. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
you could have not. The whole team has suffered. You could have easily put a stop to it when you got in there and you knew what was going on. But for the whole season, this has been going on to the point where Angel had to speak out. And let's not even get into this. Listen, guys, we all are still growing, right? But at what point can you let your maturity level stand? And what I mean by that is, Sloop, the way that you say that you admire and respect the Angel, what was that?
Right.
What was that?
Mm.
You got to remember now, you have a beautiful blessing of your own, and if you respect Angel in the way that you say you do, you wouldn't have came out your mouth and said none of that, because you wouldn't have had a point to prove. It didn't need to be said. It was just something for her, and for all of us have been seeing what is going on, and she needed to say it. It was no personal hit at you, but you allowed the media to take you from what you know and allow you to come out like that. You didn't have to address that. You didn't have to say it like that. That was intentional. And you trying to be funny on somebody you claim you liked and admire. This is why we go to the sheep that are in wolf clothing. This is a perfect example of it. You say you respect me. You say you like me. You say I'm hardworking. You see what I'm going through behind closed doors. If you don't see it, you hear it. And you took it upon yourself today. You didn't wait. You didn't waste no time. You took it upon yourself today to say something like that.
Is she coming back?
Can I say something on this matter, or?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm gonna take this back to 2024. Remember that hit piece that when UCLA was playing LSU, when Kim Mulkey was going after the news reporter about her LSU team?
Yeah.
This kind of reminds me of that, is because they're trying to put on lies about Angel Reese. It's like she says this one thing and the media says another thing. I didn't read the article that Annie Cosabel said, but I can tell that she lied on Angel's name, because I can tell that Angel did not say any of that stuff about her teammate. And she even said, I didn't even direct that toward my teammates in that type of way, and I'm the superstar of the team. If I don't say anything, the management's not going to do anything. We know Tyler Marsh doesn't care about Angel. We know Michael Alter doesn't care about Angel, and we damn well know that Jeff Pagliosha doesn't care about Angel, because it's been proven all season. The only reason why Tyler Marsh is only caring about Angel, the air quotes, is because his ass is on the hot seat. If he doesn't do nothing, he's going to get his ass canned. That's why he's only caring about Angel right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah. Following her all over the place, watching what she say and do.
Mm-hmm. You see how he was trying to ear hustle when
he's on every corner where she's at.
Yep, he wasn't playing. We were laughing and joking about it, but he was really trying to ear hustle and see what's going on, even though he know good and well they are not going to talk in front of him and say anything, but he's still trying to do it. And that's the thing. People like, oh, he can't be touched. They paying him this money. He can't be removed. It would be crazy to do that. Every man has his day. It don't matter what you have or what you got. You have your day. And just because he got all this set up now doesn't mean he going to have that tomorrow or by the end of the season or by the beginning of the season. Sometimes in life, stuff does not happen in the way that we want it to happen, but it happens. Change is coming. Change is coming because we're watching the receipts constantly get dropped. It's just a matter of time, guys. Remember me saying this. More receipts are going to be dropped.
Yeah, that's the same as the constant, like you said, Jacob, the constant smearing of her name, right? So if you sit there and you watch very carefully, this is one of those moments where this is why Angel don't really, I mean, she would love to talk to the media. She would love to be available at every turn. But this is why her team doesn't allow her to do a whole lot of that talking. And you know, the word is, you know, well, Angel needs to be more available to talk to the media. Well, this is why she doesn't. She will take anything that she says and you will turn it to fit the narrative of something that she's saying that's always negative. It's always negative when it comes to her. Now, whether she may have said some of those words, she didn't say it in that particular manner. Writers write what they think sells and what's hot and what's important, and or what the GM tells them to write. So that's just how it is. Yep. She may not be with Sky anymore, but she's still friends with Jeff P. They still have that connection. So that's how that goes.
And also, this reminds me of another player. This had nothing to do with the Sky, but you guys will understand what I'm saying here. This reminds me about Chris Koklanis, Paige Beckers, and Dejanay Carrington, because remember when Dejanay Carrington was trying to do that, was trying to get a challenge from Chris Koklanis, and he wouldn't do it. And then Paige Beck in that, I don't know, it was that timeout scene where they were, when Haley Jones, Arike, and Paige were looking at Chris funny because of the play that he was drawing up. They don't respect Chris either. And he's trying to act like he cares about them. We all know he doesn't. His job is on the line. That's the reason why these coaches even care about these players, in particular Tyler Marson, Chris Koklanis, because they don't really, because it's their jobs. They don't really care. If they did, they would have showed it at the beginning of the season. But we're not fooled by, we're not stupid. We're not fooled by that.
And it's what's so sad about it. Well, it's not sad. It's just crazy how they think. When you have Twitter and TikTok and stuff on your necks, like I'm talking about on your necks all the time, it's never going to go away. It's going to keep on. It's going to keep on coming and coming and coming. And then on top of that, you got the social medias coming at you, and then you got the ex-players talking about you like it's no tomorrow, all in the same season. Watch, it's like a domino. When it happened, it's going to be a domino effect. Watch when it goes down. Because the receipts have been dropped from the ex-players. I mean, they really was on it. They was breaking it down on why they saying this, you know, not just Courtney now, you know what I'm saying? A lot of players coming out in this particular season and saying what they need to say when it comes to the Chicago organization. And they act like the other teams don't know. The other teams don't know. They not seeing this. They not hearing this. You know, they talk behind closed doors. Look at Becky trying to get our Twin Towers. When has she come all season and talked about our Twin Towers like that? And so, you know, if Becky talking about the Twin Towers together, she ain't talking about just one. She talked about both of them. So, you know, if she trying to cook up a package for herself over there trying to get them, you know, the other organizations are trying to do the same thing. And I know I was hearing people like they were saying, well, why Miller didn't do the presser? Miller does not. If anybody know Miller don't like doing those pressers.
No, she doesn't.
She's not gonna come in there and let you try to play her with questions either. That's number two. They know what the media is all about. They might not sometimes know what to say or how to say it sometimes or whatever, but they know how. That's why they don't like. So Pretty Tony said that's why they don't like talking with the media. You know what I'm saying? Because it doesn't matter what I say, you try to twist it. When I keep it real with you, you try to twist what I'm saying, and I'm giving it to you straight, and I'm giving it to you in a respectful way. Angel could have went out her way and said this a whole different way. She could have lit them up Be More style. And you know, Be More style, you don't have no filter. She gave them the light version and still being respectful. And you know, if you got her mom mind her own business. But what mom's not gonna let you do is come and lie on their child or come for their children. For her mom to have to speak out, that goes to show you they don't play about Angel.
Nope.
This organization may not know how to treat her and may have did her wrong, but she has a backup system. If people think she don't, they got another thing coming. They thought that they could, like they said, they don't know who Angel is. They thought that they could play with baby girl, but God turned around and showed them, didn't he? And he still to show them, because every time they try to put a hit piece on Angel, Angel came back and dominated something in that game, or dominated something outside the game, doing movies and doing her shoes and getting on the cover of 2K, got the game rolling. Next, we're gonna see her makeup line, because you know she love makeup. I'm just speaking out there, Angel. You know,
oh yeah, of course.
Put it out there, girl. You probably already got that cooked up with your show. You got a show come, probably got your book out, because you got skills and you got talent. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's an entrepreneur. She got a team. What you got so pretty? What's that?
Hey, this is from my line. I wear her lip gloss.
Oh,
her lip gloss. This is what you see me put on. I've been putting on my little lip gloss, my plump.
And you know, Tony, she already asked Riri about doing something with her makeup and stuff like that. She already said something, put it out there. And Riri was like, okay, what's up? You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And Serena, Serena already sent her and Miller both. Remember when they first came into the league, she sent both of them a huge care package that had a bunch of makeup and stuff in it. So
yeah, and I'm talking about Riri Fenty.
Oh, Fenty is ready. Well, you know Angel's ready for that, baby.
You know she put, and this is the thing. It doesn't matter where she go. Everybody loves Angel. She gonna have deals at the Wazoo. It's just a matter of time. Look, she gonna have the clothes line, the food line, the everything. She done hit the Reese pieces up. You know what I'm saying? Once we get that Barbie, we gonna be straight. And please, Barbie, do her right, because I know y'all cooking up something. Barbie cooking up something too, because we've been standing on Barbie necks about getting Angel Barbie. So we know, shoot, had that twin towel Barbie. I want the first dibs on that. But yeah, she got her shoes coming out. You know what I'm saying? They can't stop her. That's the thing. It goes back to what Shaq was saying. Angel knows who she is, but they don't. And they messed around and found this is only a little bit of icing on the cake. This ain't the full icing on the cake. This is only a little bit of them knowing who she is. You tried to play me, you tried to come for me, and then I had to take up for myself. What's wrong with Angel taking up for herself? Did y'all see her? She broke down, guys. She broke down to take up for herself. Look how long it took her to break down in the way that she broke down when she said enough is enough.
Yeah.
Go back and check it out. Go back and see baby girl expression. Go back and see how you can just feel it, man. If that don't mess with your spirit and your heart, man, to sit up there and take up for somebody, you know what I'm saying, that didn't ask for all this, then something's wrong, because this could be one of our family members going through the same thing. And why not take up for some? Sorry, guys. Sorry. Why not take up for a player that have shown us no matter what she goes through, she still comes out there and represent for herself, for her family, for her organization, for her brands, everything all across the board.
Yep, you're right. You are right.
What's it called? So Pretty Tony. So I wanted to bring this, and I know this was a while ago. I remember. So going back to the drama stuff real quick.
Uh-huh.
remember that 2K. This should have never been drama. It was really stupid when this came out. Remember that 2K cover drama when they were saying like, oh, why is Angel Reese on the cover and stuff like
Yes.
that. I played 2K all my life. This is like the first time in I don't know how long that I haven't played 2K. This is the first time I haven't gotten the 2K game. Whenever there was a cover athlete, me and my friends used to play all the time. We would never cared who was on that cover.
Who was on the cover? You're right.
Never cared. We never cared. And then as soon as Angel Reese comes on the cover, I said, why do y'all care? It's
Right.
not always the best play. Okay, so if it's the best player, regardless of CC or not, even though we all know CC is not the best player, I'm tired of people saying that stuff. Even if CC was on the cover, they would be celebrating like hell, like saying, "Oh, she's the best player," well, yada yada yada.
Right.
When Angel Reese comes on the cover, oh, y'all just jealous that CC is running your league. No. Look at the NBA cover each and every year. If it was based off the best player, then LeBron James would be the cover every year. Nikola Jokic is arguably the best player right now in the league for the NBA, and he never been on the cover. So like whenever someone talked to me about like, oh, the best player should be on the cover, then no, that's a lie. And I remember they were also saying, oh, why isn't Angel Wilson on the cover? I was literally cutting people out on threads because I was literally saying, are y'all dumb? Are y'all stupid? Angel Wilson was on the cover last year.
Exactly.
People don't do back-to-back covers. I've been playing for multiple years. And also, the Robert Griffin thing. Okay, sorry for hesitating.
No, you're good.
Okay, no. You're good.
If Robert Griffin really said, oh, her people reached out to him that she hates Angel Reese, all I ask is one thing. If that is really the case, post screenshots or whatever, say the names, and then, okay, maybe we'll believe you. But you can't just say, oh, they hate Angel Reese, and then not post any evidence that they do or not. That's all I say. And that's what my parents told me all the time. If you want people to believe you, if you're telling the truth, post the evidence. That's what my friends told me all the time. I remember I used to lie all the time in school, and they said, Jacob, if you want us to believe you or if you're telling the truth, show us the evidence. Show us the screenshots. Show us the text. Don't just say crap so people can believe you or you're just getting attention. And I learned that. So when Robert Griffin said that, I was like, Robert Griffin III, you are a NFL player who was I didn't really watch his career, but I've heard he was injury prone. But like, why are you talking down on a female woman basketball player if you don't really care about her?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Because somebody told him to.
Oh yeah, I saw that video. I didn't even listen to the whole video. I just saw reaction videos. So I was like, yeah, I'm not bothered to react to that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's weird. It's weird. It's weird.
So Mr. CM23, last night game proved that they have been sabotaging Angel and Miller all season, from the front office to the head coach and the players. This was the kind of effort they needed earlier in the season. And also, Robert Jones said, "ADP, so pretty, Tony. Look at the play. Angel is a voice and a blueprint for the W. She's a threat to the big wings getting. Is it big wings? Yeah, big wings getting free labor off the latest in the WNBA. She ain't going for it. And when they say if they scared the layup, scored the layup." Yeah. All this is true. Mr. CM23 and Robert, you guys are exactly right.
Correct. You are correct.
And this is what happens, like when you try to come for me and you try to play me. I'm getting ready to show you, because before you try to play me in front of the people, because I seen how you guys operate, I'm already 2 steps ahead.
Right.
That article didn't drop by accident. That article dropped right on time.
to the wee.
It dropped right on time. Because if it had been dropped at the end of the season, it would have gave them too much time to prepare something and cook something up. Now they can't cook nothing up. It's already been presented. She cooked them. They tried to cook her all season and she cooked them. Say what you want to say. Try to comfort her in so many ways, but touch not my anointing and do my prophets no harm. Back off of Angel Reese. Back up off of her because she is her and she gonna continue to be her. Like Bro Cloud was saying, we can't go through angel storms. You know what I'm saying? But she even put it out there when she got pissed off and she was hurt and she said enough is enough. What did she say? No weapon formed against her shall prosper. Anything that rises up against her shall be condemned. She spoke that on in that presser, and she meant that, and she stood on it. So yes, she knows she's fully aware that she has to go through stuff, and it's amazing how she survived it at such an early age. You know, just like with my daughter, when we watch our kids younger than us go through as much as like a double of what we went through at that age, it's amazing to see them come out in the way that they do. Because this is what's crazy. Everybody, and this is a life thing, guys. What kills me with some people in America is a lot of people want what you have, but they're not willing to go what you have been through to get it.
To get it, exactly. Because they want you to give it to them. That's the world we live in.
Yes, so pretty, Tony. They don't want to. Right.
Why should I fight for it when I know you can give it to me? And if I whine hard enough, I know you're going to give it to me. And then if I have to take it, I have to do it in the roundabout way where I can whine for it. And then you're going to take it from that person and give it to me anyway. So whichever way the wind blows, I'm going to end up with it. You know?
Right.
Crazy.
And Angel didn't have nothing given to her. She fought for it. She know the streets. Look, when you know the streets and you've been through the streets, let me tell you something. It plays a role in your life. You learn a lot of stuff when you come from the streets and you build yourself up. Nobody can ever say Angel they would have it given to her. Nothing that she didn't earn. She's worked her butt off to get these deals, to get do the Met Gala, do all this kind of stuff. She's worked. She's always promoting. And not just herself. She has an unselfish spirit. Angel, just let me get some of them beats now, because I notice every season in Unrivaled, everybody getting them beats now. ADP needs some beats.
Beats, Angel.
So Tony needs some beats. We want some of them beats now. Them beats. People think
if I get another pair of beats, boy, that 7 pair.
You got about 7 pair of beats.
That's what I wear for, because they work best.
They work best for
a really good sound. Yeah.
For our shows and stuff, they work good. Okay.
Yeah, they work really good. The sound and quality is really great.
Is it like you can't hear the sound, like, you know, you got your headphones on, you can't hear no background sound?
No background.
Oh, that's tight.
Yeah, no background. It works out great.
Hello, buy them Reese shoes. Oh yeah, shit, man, them shoes is fire. I'm like, save me a pink pair and a 7, even though a 7 might be a little too big, but I'll take a 7. I just want the pink ones, guys. That's what I want. But them purple and black, man, them things is bad.
Yep.
Angel the GOAT. She got more points than the man look and see. Oh gosh. Well, okay. Well, okay, that's your feeling and how you feel about that, but the thing
is, how to feel good.
Doesn't have to be in competition with nobody. Angel is her. She doesn't have to prove a point. She doesn't have to be put in the same category as the other player. Angel is her and that player is her. The difference is Angel is always going to be a fighter. She's always going to fight for what's right, what she believes in, and for her brand, and for the people in the WNBA. And one thing this helps Angel know is who exactly has her back. Because sometimes you have to go through these seasons where you're gonna have to cut some people off, and
Yeah.
everybody not for you, because the level that God can ready to take you to, everybody not going with you, and
Exactly.
sometimes people have to be revealed. So this season, Angel has learned a lot about, hey, you talk about you got my back, you talk about we cool and everything like that, but I see you, I see you. So
Yep.
stay on that side. You know, everybody want to come on that side now. She ain't
No, no,
playing.
no. Stay on that side.
Yeah, stay right on that side, because everybody want to come. So pretty Tony, they want to come on that side. Oh, Angel, oh, she doing good now. She doing this and doing that. I don't need that. I don't need that.
Tell you
I'm
something.
not
One
looking
thing
for
I've
that.
learned about Angel, Angel does not take too kind to that. She's gonna look at you like, yeah, right.
Of course, she loved her accomplishments and stuff, but she made a comment last year, and I can see it. I can see it as we, especially this season. She never gets to enjoy it because she gets hit so much. She don't really get to enjoy her accomplishment. Yes, she posts them, but she don't really get to enjoy those moments because she's
Right.
constantly under attack. So, like, give this young lady a breather, or she gonna keep her foot on your neck. It's like, which one you want? There's always two sides of a person. You can't pick and choose. Either you want both sides of me, or you don't want no sides at all. Because I'm not gonna let you come and just continue to treat me any kind of way, but you get up and oppress her, saying you got my back, or not even saying that, or you say, oh, she's doing good with this, or she's doing good with that, but you slightly doing that.
Right. You're not doing
And
that
then
fully
if you
either.
also watch in the beginning when they kept saying, you know, Sloot is this player, this player, this player. That's all fine and dandy. That's great. But don't get it twisted where your original help comes from. But
Right.
okay, guys, she even took a back seat. She was a bigger person and she took the back seat. She
Yep.
didn't try to overshadow nobody. She still played her game. And then you got to wonder, why was Angel coming into the season doing that? You get hit, you think you get hit with all this noise and people telling you what you're not, but you know what you are. You think that's not going to bother you in the beginning of the season?
Yep.
Okay, you said, now this is what you said, and this is what you told me and Miller.
That's what
You
they said.
said that you're going to build a team around us, but we kind of noticing
That's
with
not what you're
the
doing.
hero ball and all this different stuff coming on the court. And she, mind you guys, she ain't even bringing that out. She ain't even talking about them like that. All this young lady want to do, all her and Camilla want to do is play the game of basketball. Play hard, win hard. Like they feed off of that. That's what they've been taught. You got the Don and Kim coming out of them. But it can't come out with all this that was going on this season. Like y'all just,
That's right.
what is wrong with a person? I don't get it. You don't want a hardworking woman who believes in herself, who believes that she can do it no matter what, who comes back, and if she have a day that's not good, she still come back and she's still trying and she's still trying. Even with dealing with all the other stuff that she got going on that we don't know, but we can see some things or that we hear about. I can't even imagine all the stuff that Angel goes through that we don't know
That we don't know. Exactly.
behind closed doors. And she sit up here and she didn't say nothing. So I don't want to hear nobody saying nothing about Angel Reese trying to throw this or trying to throw that. No, she being original. She being real. She's being the bigger person. It takes a lot to be the bigger person, guys. With getting hit in the way that she been getting hit and not going to the third degree and shooting darts and bullets and all that kind of stuff. It takes a lot. So they got the lighter version. I'm glad Angel has support channels like this. One good job, ladies. And Jacob, you in my homegirl Keisha spot tonight where you better talk. I can hear you. Yeah, I know he be talking all in that chat, right? He doing good though.
He doing good, Jake. Yeah, he doing real good. He
I'm
doing
just,
real
I'm
good.
just messing because what's it called? I just I just like talking crap. I just like talking crap to my people. I got used to you. I got used to you guys. We're all cool. So it's like I'm not I I'm not disrespectful. I'm not disrespectful. I just like having fun. I do it. I used to be on a panel
Hey, we get it.
with another channel before she had to take a break, and I used to like troll all the time. So it's like it's not a big deal. But I actually wanted to add on this conversation, and this was about the winner. I think you guys were thinking like, oh, but Angel is used to winning, but she's now losing. I think you guys talked about that. I don't think people realize that Angel was a winner all up throughout high school, and then she was at Maryland, went to LSU, won a title at LSU, and I recently watched that game back. And what I noticed is that two things: all those girls enjoyed each other; they were all happy for each other.
Yep.
Like every time someone scored, everybody was happy. I remember Jasmine Carson hit a game buzzer beater at halftime. That whole team was storming the court. The coaches were like waving their arms up in the air, hyping the crowd up, all that stuff. Angel Reese was trying to rush back to the locker room celebrating Jasmine Carson. And then I remember Ryan Rucco saying this: Kim Mulkey transformed this program with 9 new players coming in. And I said, you know how hard it is to win a championship with 9 new players? And what I noticed is that I see people saying, oh, but Angel Reese won with 5 stars. That's true, but let me tell you this. The 5 stars that were on that team was Katari Poole, who had not been very good in college. No offense.
Right.
What else? Who else was their name? It was I think it was Samaya Smith. I don't remember the other girl's name. There was a few that Alexis Morris was another one, but she took a while to be as good as she was at LSU. So when people say that, that's kind of false. She didn't really have that great of 5 stars. 5 stars in high school doesn't mean anything compared to college, in my opinion.
Well, the thing about your point guard there, right? She went to Baylor out of high school. She was a shoe-in. She did her thing, but she got in trouble. So she had to move around. And we're talking about Alexis Morris, right?
Yes.
Then she ended up at A&M, and she ended up someplace else, and she's someplace else until she finally bounced back with Kim, who got the best out of her. So sometimes it's about who you're playing for and who could get what out of you.
Yeah.
Right? Jasmine was another one of those players that she got the best out of Jasmine. Jasmine could have been a starter, but Jasmine did well coming off the bench for a little while, and then she dipped her way back in there, right? So when she did that, she found a way to be that willable player from the three-point position. Which she's a straight knockdown shooter, but you have bad days. But I'm glad you brought that up, because what happened with that team, although they were all new, they were in a system where they ended up gelling together. And that's the will of Kim Mulkey. And when you're on that court, no matter what's going on around you, you will gel for her or you won't play.
No. I think Kim Mulkey, she won 3 titles, I believe.
Rutgers. I got you, T. Camilla. Yeah, she went on over to Rutgers too.
She won like 3 titles with Baylor, and I remember one of them with Brittany Griner and Odyssey Sims. And I think they went undefeated, so I decided, okay, let me go see how many WNBA or 5-stars were on that team, and it was only like 2 of them. I said, oh wow, that's pretty impressive. And Odyssey Sim was the second player out of that team. That's pretty incredible.
Odyssey was a beast in college. She was a beast in college, and when she came into the league, she was even better. But, after time and you get into some stuff and you get into trouble and life just starts lifing, things happen if you can't stay focused. And that's what happened to Sims. And now she's back and she's focused. She's always going to be a player that can come in and dribble the ball the way she does and be able to execute. But her shot isn't where it used to be. That's what I meant. I think a couple of sessions I've done back. And when she first got picked as a player to go and play for Fever, right? She's one of those type of players that if you don't allow her to be her, you're not going to get the best out of her, and you're going to get attitude, and it's just not going to work for you. Odyssey has taken, and I said that she's a player that has taken a step back. She's not what she used to be, and she probably would not fit at Fever. She's doing well, so sometimes people can make a liar out of you, but she's still, to me, she's getting it done, but it's a lot of times where I think even now where she could do more for the Fever. She can execute a little bit better. She's getting some things done, and she's bringing the ball up well, but I think some of the decision making is not that great. And that's come from having a step slower than what she used to be. And that is what it is. But back to Angel and what they did that year with all of those new players, there is a newfound way that you can bring a team together and they can gel. I think that even in this team right here that Chicago had the team had belief in themselves, all of those players had the belief in themselves and the willingness to want to really just come out and just be a dog and play hard, I think that they could have won more games. Would they be a contender? They could have put themselves in the position to somehow will their way to be in that last spot. But when you give up throughout the game, midway in or coming out of the halftime and going in the third quarter and being the third quarter failure team at every third quarter, then that spells for disaster. So, I mean, and then you put it on Angel to kind of make something happen. If she's not your franchise player, then why are you putting it on her to make it happen? That's because she is your franchise player.
Speaking of a team that gels, and I think you guys are going to know who I'm talking about here.
Yeah.
Natalie Nakase and the Golden State Valkyrie, they're a perfect team for a team that gels with not a superstar.
Yeah, I could.
Yeah, I understand. I'm sorry, I was reading what Brandon said.
Okay, I thought I said something dumb.
No, I'm sorry. I was reading the chat. Go ahead.
Because say it again, Jacob.
Oh, I was about to say a team that so pretty Tony was talking about a team that gels with all the 9 new players and stuff like that. That made me think of the Golden State Valkyries, a team that a lot of people predicted that they thought nobody was going to win. Oh, maybe 5 games, less than 5 games. And I think I remember they were like 5-5 in their first 10 games. And I said, oh, they already exceed expectations.
Exactly.
Let's see how much further they go. So let me see what their current record is. I think they're 21-18, 22-18, somewhere around that.
Right here. Let me go to the top.
That's crazy work.
Valks right now. Valks are 22-18. Exactly.
And they play Dallas tomorrow. So they're most likely going to win. So they're most likely going to end the season, I believe, with 23 wins. I'm mistaken. That's not their last game. I'm thinking of Seattle. That's not that. No. So they have 3 games after that: Minnesota, Seattle, and Minnesota. Regardless how those 3 games go, regardless if they're most likely going to make the playoff. But if I'm Natalie Nakase and the Valks, and I'm like thinking we exceeded expectations by 100 miles. We weren't even supposed to be at 5 wins. We elevated to 10 wins. We elevated to 15 wins. We elevated to 20, and we're over 20, and we can still go over the limit with these current 4 games remaining. Yeah. So, like, regardless, she did a perfect job, and I literally said, "Oh, she's my coach of the year." And then after that is Carlos Smesko from Atlanta. Those are the 2 coaches that I personally think that should get it because of what they did this season.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. because Angel said it best, even in this so-called soliloquy, this article, you know, there was no shade to them. Like, there's no way that, like she said, on paper, when you look at on paper, that team is not better than them.
I agree with you.
But we all know on paper the team is not better. But guess what? They have a coach. They have a coach, a real coach. And you know, whether people want to say I'm throwing shade at Tyler or not, they have a coach that believes in him and a coach that's actually coaching them to the best of their ability. And you can take the sorriest team and build them to win. And I'm gonna use me for example, right?
Okay.
I had a youth team. We started a youth basketball program. I was already coaching AAU, and my son was playing in the youth league. He was playing football and decided they wanted to start a basketball youth program, just recreational for the kids around there. But my son played AAU for someone else, but they also wanted him to play in which you would almost call just a rec league, right?
Yeah.
And then they say, hey, well, you know how to do all this stuff. Can you put it together, make a bracket, put the teams together, how many teams we're going to have, how many players on each team? Did all of that. Long story short, I didn't put my name in the hat to be someone that would pick the teams. I said, we need you to coach. I don't want to coach. I'm busy. I have a lot going on. Well, no, we need you to coach. Okay, I'll find time. Give me a coach and I'll be an assistant and I'll find time to be there. Okay, cool. They threw my name in there as the head coach. Didn't know that. And then the other coaches picked. I made sure I didn't pick because I wanted to make sure that it was fair. I didn't pick my own child, blah, 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 blah. They gave me a team. And they gave me all the kids nobody wanted.
Huh.
And guess what? I took that team with nobody wanted, and I said, I'm going to trade you for my own son for whatever kid. And I promise you, I'm going to whoop every last one of y'all. And I'm going to say, I'm going to whoop every last one of y'all ass. And they said, oh, I think she's serious. I said, oh, I am serious. Now you're pulling out the real coach in me. And I tell you, I told those kids, we had a long, in-depth conversation. And it was like, I don't understand why they did this to us. We wanted to play for this coach and that coach. I said, I promise you want to play for me. I promise you do. And when we stepped foot out there and we won the first game, everybody looking. And I said, okay, we're going to have 10 games max. And I said, what we can do is we could have a round robin pool play for a playoff spot. And we did that. And they said, how did you come? I said, it's in my head, right? Put it together, drew it up, gave them a chart, put it all together, and we won the championship. They said, well, we'll trade. You can't trade me not one kid. I like disciplined kids. I like kids that nobody want, and I'm going to show you what they made of. And that's the type of stuff that happened with the Valkyries, right? There were players nobody wanted. They shift them over to this coach, and that coach made diamonds out of grinds, out of little stones that nobody wanted, little unpolished stones, and polished them and made them into diamonds. And that's what this coach did, and that's what she was supposed to do. That's what you do with players like that. That's what you do when people give you players that they don't want. And essentially what Storm did was Storm picked. They personally picked players that were players nobody else wanted or that were bench players besides Ariel, who was an asset to her team, and Allen, who was an asset to her team, but actually didn't come to us. And she's nowhere to be found this season, right?
Rebecca Allen?
That's what you do with players like that. And if Tyler could have just found a way to make this work, we could have been sitting somewhere in that 1 through 8 at the bottom, but at least we would have gave ourselves a fighting chance, right? I don't see us with the team that we have, we were at least better than 8th place. I give them that. That would have given you a fighting chance, but they gave us no chance, no opportunity whatsoever. But that's what you do. And then back to my story, I did that with those kids. Those kids were excited. They were grateful. They were 9 and 10 years old. My son was 7. My son was the best kid on the team because he plays basketball. He's had basketball in his hand since he was 1. Because of look who his mother and father was. We played, right? So they learned from him, and they were skilled, and they did everything that was asked of them. And that's the same thing with the Valkyries. They're doing everything that is asked of them. When you are a player and you do everything that is asked of you, that is required of you as a player, you're going to be successful. The problem with the players on the Storm, on the Sky, is they have this self-belief that I know that I can shoot the ball, and I can shoot the ball well. So when I go out there, I'm just going to keep jacking it up until something falls. Don't realize that, hey, tonight is not my night. Let me just be an assist queen. Let me go out and be the best offender and get the ball to the next man. No, they keep shooting the trash that they're shooting, and it hurts the team versus help the team. You shoot a bad shot, but then you don't go crash the boards, and then you don't get back on defense. It hurts the team versus help the team. So you brought up a great point. That's very valid. But Angel said it herself. On paper, we're better than that team, but that team is doing phenomenally well because of the coach that they have. And that plays a part. And just the coach doing that have given those players so much belief in themselves, where at one point they may have thought that they were lost, that they weren't good enough to make themselves give themselves time on the floor. Guess what they did? Now they're starters. They're highlight reels. They're making it work. They had players on the All-Star team, right? And now they are ranked number 6 for playoffs right now. Should they win out, they're going to remain there. And considering New York don't lose any more games. New York lose any more games, they can, and the Valks win, they can find themselves differently, right? They're still going to be in there, but they'll lock themselves in a position. So that's just the way it rolls.
Mm-hmm. I think it was that. Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm saying that's the way it rolls. But a great point. I'm glad you brought that up.
Oh my God, I gotta stop doing that. Holy crap. My apologies. I keep doing that. Sorry.
No, you're good. Go right ahead. You're good.
Okay, I was gonna say it was not only the coffee was doing good at a point that people were deciding, were actually thinking to themselves, who was the actual brains behind the aces the last 2 or 3 years? I remember there was conversation about that.
Her.
Yes.
Simple answer. Her.
And what's funny is that I saw this recently, and this is kind of funny to me because this girl wasn't even supposed to be in the WNBA. I know me and Tulip argued about this, but it's whatever. Kate Martin I think it's currently the leading 3-point shooter off the bench in the whole WNBA and makes. And I was like,
she is. You said it right.
And I was like saying, this girl, okay, so imagine this. So her junior, senior year of high school, college, because I know she spent 6 years because of an ACL injury.
Uh-huh.
Imagine her being after her senior year, 2023. She probably wasn't even thinking about the W. She was just thinking like, oh, I'm done. I want to go coach. CC called her back from what I heard. Oh, she wants her to play with CC one more year in 2024. She does well in 2024. People are saying, oh, that team is trash, even though Hannah Stolke and Kate Martin were solid pieces off the bench, but that's beside the point. Kate Martin does well. She gets drafted. She even said she didn't think she was going to get drafted. She was on the bench. There was a game where she showed flashes that she was solid. Like the game against the Sparks, I remember she was starting and she would go in against Raquel Jackson and shooting threes. I think she made like her first 2 or 3 threes against the Sparks, and I said, okay. So Kate showed a little something there. She was on the bench the whole season. Asa didn't protect her. Natalie Coffey took a chance on her because she worked with her or watched her work. I don't know which. Maybe it's both. I don't know. Took a chance on her. Everybody was expecting Valks to be ass, so it's like, okay, you can take Kate Martin. And now Kate Martin, I believe, is averaging 7 points off the bench on a pretty good team, even though her shooting splits are horrible. But honestly, there's a lot of players in the W. I think that's not shooting very good. So I think in the W, nobody cares. I don't know. Tell me if I'm wrong on this. Do people really care about percentages in the W because of considering how many players are not shooting very well, or am I wrong on that?
They don't care. If they care, they take more pride in their jump shots if they did.
Okay. Because I remember Kate Martin, she's averaging 7. Like I said, she was making 3. She had the most makes off the bench. So it's like she has an underdog story because she wasn't expecting to get drafted. Neither did a lot of people, considering how people were discrediting her and Kate Martin, Hannah Stolke, and that Iowa team, saying, "Oh, they care. CC carried that team." Here's what's funny to me. Kate Martin and Hannah Stolke were actually big in that tournament in 2024. I think people forgot about that.
Yeah, and that's why the Aces grabbed her.
Yep.
That's why the Aces grabbed her. For sure. I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off. Yeah.
You're good. No, you're good. I got to learn how to – I keep doing that. I got to learn how to stop, honestly. But I think I don't remember which game it was. I remember Kate Martin was either going back and forth with UConn or LSU when she was hitting those fadeaways at the end of the game to like clutch it up for Iowa. I don't remember which game that was, but I remember she did one of that. I do know that Hannah Stolke dropped 21 against UConn, which was pretty huge considering the difference in that score, even though a lot of people are saying UConn got robbed. But I'm gonna tell you that they still could have beaten Iowa. I'm sorry, there's no excuse, AV Fudd or not. Actually, even though we all know AV Fudd, if AV Fudd played, they would have beaten Iowa. But that's not the point. And I hear people saying, "Oh, they have all these 5-stars. They have all these 5-stars. Iowa didn't have any. TC's team was trash." If they were really trash, then why the heck did they make the finals 2 years in a row? It's not just based off one player.
Right.
It's not. Kate Martin was the second team all Big Ten, and so was Hannah Stolke. And I watched a recent stream a long time ago, and they were saying, and this guy was saying like, "Oh, the only player that was good, but not really, was Hannah Stolke. Everybody else was trash." And I was like, "Yeah. You guys."
They were drunk when they said that. They was drunk when they said that. They weren't thinking clearly. They didn't have a clear head. They couldn't have had a clear head to say that at all.
Tika Ryan said, Jacob, there's no way you watched that UConn versus Iowa game and said they still could have won. Stop the cap.
Are you wait, T. Carmella, who are you referring to? Are you talking about Iowa or are you talking about UConn? I just want to know.
She said there's no way you watched the UConn versus Iowa game and said they still could have won. Oh yeah, she didn't say yet. T. Carmella, who are you referring to?
Because I said if UConn. Oh, okay. No, UConn would have easily won if AP Flood played in that game. Let me take that back. If she's saying that, then I take that back.
Jacob, don't let T. Carmella be.
Put you in the trick bag, man.
You do that to me with the Bears.
Look, why you put him in the trick bag? He knew.
Put you in the trick bag.
You
guys do this with the Bears in the other chat, making fun of me saying, "Oh, Caleb has all these nails and stuff like that." I don't care. I do not give a damn. He's still gonna cook y'all.
Oh, she said UConn because the ref called the BS call with 10 seconds left.
Cook like barbecue chicken.
Like barbecue chicken.
Look, guys, T. Carmella doing Jacob like welcome to the panel like AT did our Angel. I see you, T. Carmella. You came real strong on that one. Jacob made it. Jacob out here doing good.
It's not my first time on a panel, but I understand it.
Yeah. Great. You're doing good, Jacob. That's a good comparison and everything. Angel did mention
very
that.
good comparison.
She mentioned that too, and people can't be mad at that too without directly saying it. She put it in the way she put it, or whatever, which is good. That still shows character. That still shows who Angel is and what she's about and how she carries herself.
T. Carmella knows. Yes, I actually used to be on her panel. She told me that she's returning soon. So it's like, stay tuned for that. She told me she was returning soon. She told me that. So yes, T. Carmella. I knew you remembered that. But also want to address this real quick from Brandon Smith. UT's team with ranked higher than LSU and Iowa mostly had 4-star recruits. No excuses. Actually, yes, I do know that because I remember in 2023, they were in the preseason ranking. A lot of people were telling me, oh, that stuff doesn't matter. But even though a lot of people are still get pissy about that, I'm sorry. But I remember Iowa was ranked 3rd. This is off the top of my head, so I don't fully remember. LSU wasn't even ranked in the top 10. They were like ranked 13th or 14th in the preseason poll, and people were bitching to me like saying, oh, but they had 5-star recruits and all this stuff. I'm like saying, okay, then why were they ranked like 11 spots ahead of them then if we're going based off 5-star recruits? That's just basically saying in the preseason, oh, they had no faith in LSU and Kim Mulkey, who won 3 championships before that, and versus a coach who had never won anything but Coach's Player of the Year, and people want to award Cece a winner just because she made it to the finals twice with 4 and 3-star recruits. Here's the thing: get the job done instead of celebrating a 2nd place trophy. I'm sorry, you gotta win the big games. And I know if K-Stop was on the panel right now, he would have been doing the shotgun throw.
Yeah, look, and Jacob, they tried to bring that little storyline to the W. They didn't try. They did that little storyline with the player.
That's right.
They brought it to the W too. It's funny you brought that up because they tried it until they couldn't try no more. They're like, wait a minute, we only looking at one skill. Wait a minute, we looking at this wrong.
Yeah.
And let us go to another player. Let's go over there. Let's pretend like we don't admire Paige and her all around skills. Let's go over there because I keep saying a person can only cry wolf for so long, and then people go to something else. And crying wolf is sometimes you can still be honest and be crying wolf, and sometimes you're not being honest. And
restroom break. I'm gonna take a restroom break.
Okay, so Pretty Tony. So yeah, sometimes you can be like that, but yeah, they tried it with her. But I like your comparisons, Jacob, and what we're talking about, and I think that it's great that we could actually come together and be able to support Angel Reese in a time like this. I mean, because she's been going through it the whole season, and just the hit pieces that's already set up. Like, these people didn't waste no time putting hit pieces out, or bringing up false articles or whatever. Just no time. The minute it was out, it's like they've been working overtime all day to bring out certain things. And this is where we come in and we shut down, a lot of the negative. We know that no person is perfect, but you look at it like, gosh, man, she can't catch a break.
Nope.
It doesn't matter. She just keep getting hit and hit and hit. And all people saying is, oh, I want you to still play this game. I want you to still do this. I want you to still do that. And then I want you to stay inside this box. You put up, you shut up. You don't say nothing else. You're not allowed to be confident in yourself. You're not allowed to express yourself. You're not allowed to act like you're bigger than the program. She's never act like that. She just act original and genuine. But they don't even like the confidence. They don't even like the confidence in themselves. Oh, tell Tony that restroom breaks on the clock are only allowed 3 to 5 minutes. Man, I remember this. T. Carmella, I remember them days. They'd be like, oh, you can have a 10-minute break. I'd be like, oh my gosh, we taking over on them 10-minute breaks. But yeah, Jacob, like it's just like, if we tired as fans, she over tired. She's
we know that. I know that.
you know, and then she still come in and she play. She still coming in, she face those haters. And a lot, look, she can make a face and she still get crucified. All she doing is talking with her face. We know what she's saying. You know, we can break it down in our language what she's saying with that face expression or whatever. But she get hit with that. She can't even make a face expression. She can't go out nowhere. She can't do nothing. It's a constant boom, boom, boom. Like they don't have no other players to talk about. Why not? This is what kills me, Jacob, when it comes to Angel. They be hitting Angel so hard with everything, but they don't hit the other players hard like that. They don't even recognize. We recognize our players, and they had little snippets of the other players who have had accomplishments this season, but nothing like them being on Angel like that. Like when the streets went when the player first got out and Angel was doing her thing, you didn't in the beginning you didn't hear nothing. Then here goes something. They crave. Some people crave off negative. They look for it and they wait for any type of opportunity to attack this young lady, and she's tired. What I'm not gonna let them do, as long as I've have this podcast and people coming on this panel, is you're not gonna keep coming for somebody when they have done nothing to you but keep it real. You know what I'm saying? You can't keep doing that. Sooner or later, you're gonna get what you're asking for. And then we gotta be careful what we say and how we say it about this person. Like this is where you come when you got the true fans, you got the facts or feeling fans, which are the true fans, and then you got the fake fans. Oh, I'm an Angel Reese fan, but the minute she don't do something that they don't like, she's no longer. You got to talk down, or you got to say certain things about Angel. That's not a true fan. That's not a someone who has her back. As fans and internet aunties, as we say, or whatever. And I just think that Angel deserves better. And Angel is like, you see all these other teams and their organizations protecting and standing up for their players, and you got the Sky. Not once. I don't even remember once this season that they took up for Camilla and Angel. What they did was they tried to throw both of them under the bus.
Yep. What's funny is that and I agree with you on all this. I actually do. And here's what's funny to me. And they want to say that Angel's the crybaby and all that stuff. And they want to act like Cece's the tough girl. And actually, speaking of that, there was a clip that they released the audio of Cece and DeWanna Bonner. They released it, and Cece was saying, "That's not an effing foul. That's not a foul. That's not a foul." And when I saw that clip, and even before I saw that clip, I even said, "Cece, you're going up against Daddy Longlegs and a Scarecrow. You sure you want to mess with those two? Because those two are scary. They're actually scary people to go up against on the court. They will beat your ass."
And look, AT got that face expression where it's so sweet and innocent. And to hear AT talk, it doesn't match up with how they say AT is, right? And so because I did a show on her too, and I'm like, dang, she's so soft spoken and everything. But even looking at AT, I'm like, girl, we cool, right? We cool, because I'm like, oh my gosh, she is so like, you look at her, you be like, nope, I ain't playing with her. Hi, how you doing? And keep it moving. I'm not playing with that chick, not at all.
Nope.
I don't know if it be. I mean, it's just like from day one. Everybody just be like, I ain't messing with AT. It'd be like, I got to go against it. But Angel is the only one that really gets her frustrated like that. Far as playing, when they on the court, off the court, they're good. You know what I'm saying? But when they're playing, hey Kiwan, when they're playing,
what's up, Kiwan?
When they're playing on the court, it's like, man. Angel, I got to guard you, girl. I got to do what I got to do. No, look, keep our feelings out of this. I remember last.
What's up, Tony? What's up?
I got to do this, y'all. Got to do this. Keywan Jackson. What's up, brother?
So pretty Tony T. Carmelo say your restroom breaks are on the clock and you're only allowed 3 to 5 minutes.
I'm sorry, but y'all know I'm in the military, so I got to go out my room down the hall. So I need longer than 3 to 5 minutes.
See, Carmelo, we got to take in consideration she has to walk to the bathroom too, so you're gonna have to up her restroom minutes.
That makes sense. That makes sense. But
Yeah. Up my minutes, please. Up my minutes. I'll tell you when I'm home, and I can, and it really will be 3 to 5 minutes.
And I actually want to say this about Caitlin Clark and the loser and the winner comment, because I don't think a lot of people know this either, because a lot of these people showed up later, including me, but I actually did my research on this. I looked up. So I remember hearing about Paige Beckers all the time when I was in high school, because she was like one of the biggest names in women's basketball and high school basketball in general. I remember she won all these awards. I didn't know Caitlin Clark was on that team. I knew Haley Van Lith was. And then when I started looking up Caitlin Clark a while back, like in 2023, I was like Keisha. I didn't know who she was until that 23 championship game, because I wrote how hyped up that was. And then after Caitlin lost, I only saw Angel Reese up until the 2024 season, when I started watching the college playoff again. And then I'm like, people are saying like, oh, Cece's the most popular girl in the world and all that stuff. And I'm like, a lot of us didn't really know about her until 2023, 2024. So how can she be the most popular player in the world or whatever? But going back to that comment, I don't think a lot of people realize that out of the 3 under U teams that she won for the Junior Olympics or whatever that's called, she only won the MVP once. She was behind Pitt, and the other 2 that won it was Paige Beckers and Aaliyah Boston. I don't think a lot of people know that. So out of the 3, she only won 1 MVP award out of the 3. So she could barely win anything on her own. I'm just keeping it real.
And that's all right to keep it real and bring out those type of when it comes to the player. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so guys, do y'all listen? I know what it looks like, but I do see it being taken back. But hey, I could be wrong. But do you guys think that Angel's tech that she got, do you think they're gonna take it back so that she can play the Fever game?
Nah.
No.
Me
I don't.
personally, no. I don't think so.
No.
It would be nice, but I don't think so. It's a flaw, right? It's a flaw against her right
No,
now.
they gotta try to give Indiana a sure win.
Yeah.
They gotta give them a
Indy
sure
gotta
win to see if they go into the
Okay, I see.
Indy has to have a win. They have to win out the rest of their games, right? If they lose, they're out, right? That puts another team in that slot. Well, let me go look real quick.
So that was a setup from the beginning. Okay, I see that.
So let's see.
They were looking for that.
And ADP, I know it's not like, I know you guys aren't ending sooner or whatever, but I wanted to say this. Thank you to you, So Pretty Tony and Brokaw, for allowing me to come on the stream.
You did good, Jacob.
Whoa,
yeah, he did. We need to give him
good. We appreciate it.
Oh, Captain T. Carmelo said Captain made the call, but it don't. T. Carmelo, you know what though? It don't even matter if they don't let Angel play in this next game. Let me hush.
Yeah, no. So they need to lose 2 games and then they will be out.
Just 2 games.
Las Vegas. I'm sorry. Then Los Angeles could take over, but that would have been if Los Angeles would have won tonight, which they lost. And
Alicia Gray
they would have lost this game. Then LA would have been in 8th, and Fever would drop to 9. But right now, they still get to survive another game, whether they win or lose.
Okay, so how many more games do they have?
Fever has 3 more games.
3 more, so they have to win all 3.
Yeah.
2
let me check.
Right now, they are 21-20, and Los Angeles Sparks are 19-21, and they have 2 more games more than Fever to play.
They got to go 2-1.
Yeah, they got to go 2-1 or else they're out. considering LA wins, so there you have it.
And
LA got to
this
win 3
Seattle,
games.
Seattle for that matter. Seattle is 22-20. So I mean, it's just so interchangeable. It's so interchangeable with 7 and 8 right now, 7, 8, and 9. So it just depends on how they're all fare out in these last few games, where someone may drop out and Sparks can slip in there, but Sparks has to win out. They have to win every game. They can't afford to lose any more games. They would have to win every single game. They lose one more game, they can hang it up. They'll just remain 9. But the going back and forth, whether who's going to be 7 or 8, will be between Seattle and Indy.
And how many more games we got? 4, right? We got 4 left.
For who?
Chicago.
For Chicago, I think so. It's like
We got 4 games.
Yeah, we got 4.
Okay. Well, if I know C. Camaro said Captain put in the call, where if she put in the call, that's on her. They still, it's how you go about doing things. And like I said, if they do get in there, I just don't see them up there. I see the Dream has been an upset, but then the Dream lost. Did the Dream win today? I thought they lost today.
Yeah, they won today.
They won?
Yeah, they won today.
Yeah, they beat the Sparks.
Yeah, that's
okay.
That's what they beat.
I was thinking that the Dream would be an upset. Now I'm getting kind of confused going up.
No, they won, so it bumped them back into 2nd place, and it bumped Vegas to 3. That's why I said everybody's so close. It's the interchangeable numbers of it, right? So they're 27-14, and Vegas is now 26-14. But remember, Vegas still has to play. So
ADP,
Liberty,
and Phoenix. I'm sorry,
they're clinched.
Yeah,
Liberty.
I'm going to cut you off, but Phoenix too. So Phoenix is Phoenix and Aces are 26-14. Atlanta is 27-14. So those 3 can interchange any way the cookie crumbles.
That's good. This is going to be something. So do we still
down to the
number 2? You think the Dream will be able to keep it up?
I think so.
Yeah, as long as they went out, and I mean they went out, and if Vegas has one more than them, and Vegas went out, then Vegas takes 2nd. So it just depends.
And all that hard work, they just have been doing the comeback, and they
did that tonight without Alicia Gray. Alicia did not play tonight.
Ooh, interesting. Yeah, this is gonna be something. This is gonna be a sight to see, because now I'm looking at the championship game. I don't know who's gonna be in there. I want to say the Lynx gonna play, and maybe the Dream will upset, but I don't know. Do y'all see the Aces going to the championship game?
No, I don't. Honestly, no.
They're not playing like I know they're winning the games, guys. I get that, but it's just something that's off. And I know Asia can't do it by herself. She's working her butt off, so I already know that. But it's just something where I'm like, I don't know if it's gonna be the
interesting.
Because the Liberty, I don't know what Liberty. Y'all don't.
Well,
breaking news.
What?
Recent news on Angel Reese include her suspended for a game on September the 3rd, 2025, after suppressing the league's technical file. Separately, Annie Constable report for Chicago Sun-Times. She'll be suspended next game.
Yeah, she's suspended next game. We knew that.
She just wanted to come out. She just wanted to say that. Girl,
yeah, what is that?
She, bro, Clyde, she was itching to do that. Like people don't know the game and stuff like that. Like Angel didn't realize that. We know that's what
Angel knew that she played the game. She went on and played the rest of the game. She knew that.
Sure did.
She knew that if she got one more, she would be suspended a game. And she's been keeping her cool the entire time. That's just one of those things where they let Edwards just muscle her around, and when she tried to do it back, it is what it is. I mean, Angel went down and she bumped her right in the back. So I mean, and this is just a reaction. Hands are flaring, and it doesn't seem like, when you look at it, it doesn't look intentional.
Yeah.
So, but one of those things though, when you're a player, and I'm just gonna say this,
1 cent, 0 cents.
Eyes see things, and we can say, oh, a player can tell you anything. No, I wasn't trying to hit her. I absolutely did not. You're supposed to say that.
Listen, I'm gonna say this about this particular team. When you go about the wrong way of doing something and you want it that bad, and the way you go about doing it, thinking you can do whatever you want, man, watch how that play out.
No.
Watch how that play out.
Go ahead and let Angel
sit. Okay, so she's suspended. Does she have to show up still for that game?
I'm pretty sure you have to.
Oh man. Well, she's gonna be popping that gum.
2 hours ago.
Huh? She said that 2 hours ago, Bro Claude.
2 hours ago.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go to TikTok. Angel be.
I mean, I'm sure somebody probably put it out before that. I don't know why they wait to do it. They already knew that.
Yeah, we already, and everybody already knew. Everybody, all her real.
It was not going to be rescinded. I don't know who thought that they would rescind that call.
Well, they didn't.
It is a must win for Fever. There's no way they're going to rescind that call.
Yeah. Well. Did they say somebody tried to do it?
No, folks are, people are like hoping that they would, because of course it's a moneymaker for Kathy, right? Well, maybe Kathy will call in. Kathy ain't calling in and saving no net for that. If it was, somebody else.
Look, if the player was playing, she would have. If the player was playing,
she wouldn't have. She would have definitely continued on with what's happening, right? Because she needs to win. The bank that they're betting on, it's a must because of the way things was formed, how they vamped the games to be played, televised, and all of that good stuff. Based on said player, that show must go on, right? The show was supposed to be for the both of them, but who's more important in Kathy's eyes out of the two? Right?
But like G. Carmela said, so pretty Tony in the comments, they don't wore Kelsey Mitchell out.
Yep.
Of course she's gonna come in there and play, but they don't wore her out. You know what happened when you play?
Kelsey's still gonna come in there because we're not gonna put up much of a fight. She's still gonna come in there and bust 30.
She
might even drop 40.
She may, but she's not gonna be able to carry that team by herself.
No.
No, Boston will have a good game. She's gonna go up against Miller. She always have a decent game against Chicago. So she's gonna have a decent game.
No, I ain't talking about next game. I'm just saying in general for the games that they're playing. We know Chicago. We know about.
We see Chicago. The fatigue on her, but hey, this is what they wanted. So you got to play through it. If this is what you want, you got to make sure you get yourself an ice bath, get your body right, and be ready to play the next day.
What's funny, I actually, speaking of Boston, this actually just came into my head. The fact, remember when people were saying like, "Oh, everybody, CC makes everybody better." Everybody remembers that?
Yep.
Yes.
I looked this up. So I looked up AB stats. This is funny to me. AB averaged, I believe, 14.5 her rookie year on like 58% shooting. This is off my head, so I'm not fully sure. I look at the next, no, I think it was like 15, and then she averaged 14 next year. But I remember AB stats went down percentage-wise and points-wise. So when I saw that, I said, Y'all said CC makes everybody better. So I went to everybody's stats on that year's team, her rookie year. Almost everybody's stats went down, including Erica Wheeler's.
Yes, that's what I stated.
Yeah, Brooklyn said that too.
Erica Wheeler's was actually a solid player before CC got to Indiana. Because I believe she was an all-star. She was a solid player, and people thought she was trash because she was barely getting minutes. I think that was the lowest minutes of her career. And people were calling it trash. I'm saying, okay, this is how I know. And I came new to the W, but I had to look stuff up because it's I actually talking about it, so I have to look up my stuff. I have to look it up in order to do that.
Yeah.
So I did all that. And when I saw Erica Wheeler's stats, I'm like, okay, y'all clearly don't like to look up stats. Y'all just like to follow narrative because of what she did at Iowa. And you can't really use that anymore because look at what Kate Martin's doing in Golden State. Look what Hannah Stolke is doing in Iowa. Her stats might have went down, but she's still producing at a solid level that got her to second team All Big Ten and on the U22 or U23 Olympic team that won the gold against Brazil. She was good enough to play on that team, even though people declined to play in that tournament. She was still good enough to play in that Olympic game. Out of all the bigs in the country, they chose her. You know how impressive that is?
Yes, very.
Yeah. So when people say that, I'm like, okay, y'all are just stupid. I'm sorry. And sorry for cussing on your channel, ADP. But yeah, they're just dumb.
You fine.
Shit, I cuss all the time. I mean, I ain't even mean to cuss right then.
You gotta be you, Jacob. You know, you're all right. You're
the
light version of Brooklyn.
Bro, God, if the Bears beat the Vikings, I am gonna crash out on K-Tap stream.
Are we crashing out together in a crash out room?
Jacob, wait till K-Tap found out you was up here. You almost got in the trick bag tonight, but they didn't put you in there, Jacob. Look, you cutting it close by talking about the Saints now. I'm telling you.
Hey, look, me and Sister Tony gonna have you on the crash out room Wednesday. You gonna be the only one to be allowed on our show.
That's right. Come up there.
You know why, Jacob? Because you're a Bear fan. That's why.
Yeah, come hang out with the cool people.
Oh wait, bro, I can't join Wednesday. I have school in person, but I can join Thursday or Friday if
that's good. That's good. We still gonna talk about it.
What time? Wait, actually, this is actually important. What time are you guys going live for the Crash Out Room on Wednesday? Maybe I can.
10 o'clock every day, between 10 and 10:30.
That's 12 p.m. my time. So
where you at? Where you at right now?
I live in California.
Oh, you stay in Cali. Oh yes. So that's 8 o'clock your time.
Yeah, hold on.
That's 8 o'clock your time.
Hold on.
But 8 in the morning,
yeah.
Yeah, it's 8 in the morning. They 2 hours behind us.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got a daughter that lives in California.
Bro, how do you have that many daughters? Or that it's like,
hold on, Jacob. Let me ask
hold on, Jacob. Hold on.
You trying to get in the family? What's up,
Jacob? Trying to get in the family?
No, I'm not.
I'm messing.
No, I got So I have one by my first wife and the rest by my second.
Okay, it's because my mom can't even deal with two boys. That's why.
I got one son, blood son, and then I got an adopted son, which is my nephew. You know what I'm saying? So, Darrell. So after I was always dealing with 11 children, 10, 11 children at one time.
That's respect.
Yeah, if you learn anything about Brooklyn, Jacob, he's a family guy. Like he's a family guy in the chat behind closed doors and with his family. He's just that type of person, and he's the type to say what we want to say, but we don't feel like we can say it, and he's gonna give it to him straight, and he don't care how you come for it. Come for him. That's Brooklyn. He get
Well,
all
I
him and
lived.
get all
I
the
was in the
clothes
music
out.
business a long time, right?
Yeah,
and I
oh
was
yeah.
a drill sergeant in the military. So Tony will tell you about that part. So I pretty much gonna say
Yeah.
whatever I want to say.
Yeah, he pretty much is gonna do that, Jacob. So just for like you making an effort to come on the panel, that's good because
Yeah, that's
you've been
really
in this
good,
for
Jacob.
a minute. It takes a lot. Now everybody they don't like coming on the panel or they're not comfortable with coming on the panel sometimes or whatever. So when he asked me in KCF's chat, Jacob, I thought you was joking and playing because I was cracking up on your Bears. And I was like, did Jacob say that? And then I was like, okay. And then you responded. I said, okay, he for real. Okay. I said, okay. Jacob could come on the panel because, ADP, I usually have like Miss D, So Pretty Tony, Bro Claw, and them. They'll come up, but they be doing some shows. You see how they roll, like they go from show to show to show.
That's my third one in a row today.
Yeah, that's what I was like,
Yeah,
but
me and Tony been
I
on
missed
3.
earlier. I gotta go watch. I gotta go
Well,
watch
you know what?
them on the
Yeah.
playback. Huh?
No,
Are
we
y'all
did
going
one
live
this
tomorrow
morning.
too?
We did one earlier
Yeah,
today.
we did one this
is,
morning.
This is
We
number
did
4.
we did 4. So this is our 4th
Yeah,
show.
number 4. This number 4. Oh man.
And this is the thing, Jacob. When I'm watching them, you don't be wanting to eat that day, and then you had like your Riddick and your T Carmelos be like ADP. You know what I'm saying? You go live tonight. You going on Dblock, and I'll be like, oh my gosh, because I'll be following the chats too. I'll be in the YouTube chats too.
We love the fact you in the chats. We love it.
And then I'm like, man, okay, I got to eat. Look, if you want it, you're gonna have to eat. So I was like, man, I'm gonna go up here. I don't even know, maybe an hour or two, whatever. I'm gonna go up here because I love me some Angel Reese. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go up here and just talk about that. So most of the time, ADP is doing like the research of the coaches, the players, and stuff like that, more on that type of field. Because I get my stats and everything else from Brooklyn now. I look them up, but they got that kind of stuff. They got that stuff down packed. So I said, okay, I'll come over here and do story time. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to know who the people I want to know the backstories. I want to know the vets. I want to know the coaches. I want to know the players, or whatever. Just like I have to go, and people don't realize how serious this is. You have to go back and watch film. Like I got to go back. I'm doing Kim Mulkey tomorrow. And I got to watch film on her in the game, like a lot of those games. I got to go back and watch those games. Yeah. So it's like you doing research, you watching the games, you pulling up this stuff. This is not for the week. When we come up here and the way that Bro Clyde and them be doing and Keisha and them, they do one show, they do another show, they do another show all in one day. That ain't no joke. But once you get a feel of it, it's like once you get a feel of it, like K-Sep said, you just be hungry. You just want to eat all the time.
You get addicted.
So the thing is, I do this for your show, ADP in particular, and also for the chat.
Yeah.
So the reason why I do what I do, I'm very good at the mic. Sister Tony is an instructor and a coach. A prior coach. I've coached priorly, okay? So I know about the game. I've also been a player. But my passion is music, okay? So my love was basketball, but then my passion was to do music and be a performer. So this is a treat for everybody. So you go to this Vibe magazine, you can pull it up. You guys are internet people. So with R. Kelly on the front.
R. Kelly. Oh no.
I miss them good magazines.
Hold on. R. Kelly on the front of this magazine. This is the Vibe, Jacob. So I know you young. But this was the hottest magazine in hip hop.
Yeah, it was. It was.
It surpassed the Source magazine because of the different coverage and genres that the Vibe magazine covered. This is 2001, chat. 2001. So ADP, we gonna go like this. On page 57, we go to page 57. 2001 in the Vibe magazine. It's actually my second book. My other book is framed.
Because
I
they
got
don't
like
make them
several.
magazines like they used to. Those are thick. Those how I used to make my collages on the artists and stuff. But now they just be putting like 10 little pages together. But that book right, that vibe book, that's a thick one. You getting everything in there.
So on page 57, y'all go to page 57. Online, you just go to the article. On the article, the article is going to cover. Let me see, page 50. I'm
Where
old,
we
y'all.
go on? What
I
part?
ain't
Where
got
we
my
go
glass.
online to see
I
it?
ain't got my glasses in. So you go on the article on page 57. You have in 2001. It says the start. So it says the start, and on the start is Eminem, Nelly. Uh, who is this? What's his name? I forgot the name of him. And then Liz Khalifa for them. So on here, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in the article on the next side, y'all see the other side?
Yeah.
You see what it say? Next to blow up.
Yeah.
That go Bro Claw right there. That's me.
Okay.
Right in the corner. So you go read this article, you'll see your brother in that article, y'all. And this is why I know and I love to talk. And this is why, see, it's a lot of people that be coming on YouTube capping. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And not really
Mm-hmm.
who they are.
Yep.
But me, I am who I am. I love ADP. I'm a person that then seen everything, pretty much. I'm 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 an elder, of course. I'm 55, but I don't look it or you know what I mean. I don't even talk like that. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what I do is I'm here to be relevant of history because I lived it, right? Just like we got into the full court trio about a certain subject or topic about going all the way from the beginning of the 80s to the actual time of now, which the W is a replica of the NBA in the 80s. We have an opportunity right now in the WNBA to transcend it, not just globally, but transcend it in other places that the NBA could not touch because why? It's women. Everyone loves women. Everyone. Just a few people on the planet that don't love women, and it's a small majority. But women are loved all over the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is touching these stories of these players are touching different people on the planet, different countries, different genres, different ways of news are even being strategized. You know, First Take has not had a lot of WNBA on his on when Stephen A. Smith was talking, even though he was capping, he could have just did something, but he just chose not to. But he said he didn't know how to approach the WNBA without him saying something about a female and without getting criticized. So what I do is that's why when as of late you see me let Sister Tony get up top sometimes, and or I'll just take the lower on certain panels because I want this is the women's league, Jacob, like me and you visitors, right? Because
Yeah.
we NBA football heads and what you know what I mean from the male perspective. But
You
it's
watch
so
far longer than I did.
intriguing from what is so intriguing right now in these last 3 years that even me, I left the W, but I came back to the W when Candace Parker won the championship, right? Since then, the game is like a whole nother type of political therapy. Is that right, ADP? It's a
Yeah.
it's a political therapy for the nation. It's a new national distraction, right, Sister Tony? It's a
Yep.
it's a
It
it's a
sure is.
new narrative and a new distraction to take us off of what is actually really going on in the country. I'm not gonna cover that
Right,
here.
right. Yeah.
I won't cover that here on the show because this is ADP show. But
Yeah.
this is a distraction of the actual bigger thing that's going on with a convicted felon or high grade misdemeanor, now they call it, because it's been decreased. A high grade misdemeanor as the president. So, allegedly, and he was convicted of the misdemeanor. But I would say it's a distraction of what's really going on. And I don't want this to be, and I don't want none of our shows to be the distraction. I want our shows to give prolific information, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of said players and what's actually going on. Like ADP is able, and Sister Tony and KSAP good at it, and Sister Keisha, they people out of game. You know what I'm saying? By me loving Angel Reese, I don't want to appear cloudy on other players, all right? But my channel is based on Angel Reese. But my channel came on Angel Reese, came on because I sought out these people that was in the YouTube airways, just like yourself. And I was just wondering, why is this girl so hated?
Right.
So last year, I finally got onto KSAP channel because he started covering it after the other ones. I won't mention their names. But, Quita was the first one that I did look at. And then, of course, Sky Central, them my guys, they from Chicago. But made me wonder and look at how the news set up a media campaign, a propaganda on one person, and it's not Caitlyn is the one person. It was a propaganda on Angel. Evil sells, good prevails. Did y'all hear what I said?
Yes.
Who makes the most money on YouTube? Angel Reese.
Yeah.
Now, under her is Shador Sanders. Who's the most talked about on any social platform?
Angel Reese.
Yeah.
Who's the most in sports
Now
world?
that
right?
Jake Paul then came off of YouTube.
Yeah, now that Jake Paul then came off YouTube.
Because Jake Paul surpassed everybody.
Yeah, Jake Paul was surpassing everybody.
That boy sick.
But what I'm saying is the evil, though, Sister Tony. I'm talking about
the
navigation, the navigation of the systematical things.
Right.
LeBron James was the most talked about player athlete outside of Michael Jordan on YouTube the last 5 years.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Now Angel Reese has taken his place. Why? Because he's about to leave the NBA. He's 40 years old. Nobody really cares. So Bronny is underneath Shador. Is that correct?
I would say so, yes.
Yeah, because you're 21, so your league of players and people that talk about Bronny, right? Especially this year when he got put into the NBA and the things that he had to face. And I felt bad for Bronny because he didn't ask for it. And it's the same thing, ADP. Bronny James went through some horrifying things, but he still haven't done it like Angel. So ask yourself, panel, why is Angel Reese the most hated athlete in the social media and media streets?
Right.
2023 national championship. There you go.
In a nutshell.
In a nutshell, yep.
In a nutshell.
What's funny to me is this. So before the person I was on the panel with for a while had to shut down for reasons, Wody Mack used to be on the panel. And here's the funny thing to me. He was never saying any of that stuff on the panel that I was on, the stuff that B. Will was on, any of those. He was never talking like that to us.
Mm-hmm.
So when he started talking like that on your channel, Bro Claude, Keisha's, KFAP, I almost said his actual channel, but KFAP's, the Full Court Trio. I think you should call that the Fab Five now because so Pretty Tony and Duvall are on it, in my opinion.
That's right.
But there you go. But when Wody, it was weird when Wody started saying all this stuff because he never said this on the panel I was on. And I remember to a point, I think I cussed him out in the chat because I was like saying, Wody, you're making up lies. You never said any of this on the panels that I was on with you. So why are you lying? And then he said, like, how am I lying? And then when he brought up, Christy Sides' assistant coaching records to bump up Tyler Marsh, I nearly lost it because when do you bring up assistant coaching records? Because Tyler Marsh, let's think of this here real quick. Tyler Marsh won 2 championships as the backup assistant coaches for
backup.
The backup.
He was like the second assistant coach behind Natalie Nakase. So it's like whenever somebody brings up assistant, I don't really understand that because assistance really doesn't matter to me because that's the reason why Tyler Marsh even got hired, because he was an assistant coach to Becky Hammond, who won 2 championships with Jackie Young, who people said he developed, which I don't. The only thing I think he only ever developed was a 3-point shot because Jackie wasn't the best 3-point shooter. That's mainly an Asia Wolfen, who is arguably the best player in the world, even though I have Fee this year to win MVP. Sorry, Bro Claude.
Me too. Me too.
Oh yeah, he got Fee too, Jacob.
You keep saying Asia Wolfen the GOAT. You keep saying Asia Wolfen
he
the
the
GOAT.
Asia the GOAT. Asia the GOAT. I'm just saying, it's somebody else's turn. I'm just saying.
He is claiming it.
It's just somebody else's turn. I'm just saying.
I'm sticking to it. I'm even sticking to the Gabby Williams winning DPOY, even though like it's most likely she's not going to win it. I'm sticking to that because of how good of a defensive season she had this year, considering the fact that she wasn't even supposed to. Considering the fact that she didn't even think she was going to be in the W last year because of that amazing performance against Team USA. So the fact that Gabby Williams is having a season that she is having, considering she didn't even think she was going to be back in the WNBA, is impressive. I'm sorry, I have to say it. Even last year, she had a solid season.
Oh yeah. So I'm gonna let you guys get it. I'm gonna get off of here. I got 2 videos to record, and then I still gotta get up to the crash out room. I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
got
do my 2
I
videos
got
and then go to bed.
Yeah, we about to shut it down because I got to get up too. So I'll be listening to y'all in the car tomorrow. Because we got to get up early and get out of here in the morning.
I'll be in the car too. I have to be on travels tomorrow, but I'm gonna be in there. Bro Claude, I'll be on my iPad.
Okay. Love, peace, and hair grease.
Yes. Thank you guys for thank you, Jacob. Thank you, So Pretty Tony.
Thank you, Jacob. You're welcome.
Thank you for allowing me on the panel.
Thank you guys. Hear your Jacob voice for the first X. Oh yeah, thank you for coming up, Jacob. The Redskins are gonna beat your Bears, but Commanders, and when the Saints beat your Bears, don't say anything.
I know we're gonna beat so pretty Tony Giants though. I'm sorry, so pretty.
Oh,
Tony.
I am not me. I'm a Saints fan.
See, she's a Saints
fan. He's a capper.
I'm a Saints fan.
But y'all have a good night, and I think it's Keisha calling the game tomorrow. I think But
I want to say
I'm
yes.
not for sure because she put her thumbnails up early, so I go and check on her channel and see. Well, I go check on the Players Club because she do her thumbnails early. And she usually I'll put them up so we'll know when her games and stuff are. Now tomorrow is the original time, So Pretty Tony, where I had planned to be up there to talk about Kim Mulkey.
Okay, so
so we'll be celebrating her. I just got to run a couple of more games. The game with BG and Odyssey Sims, just a couple of games I got to go and review or whatever. But just celebrating Kim Mulkey, and then behind her I do Pat Summit. So
I like it.
Mm-hmm. You know how ADP do over here. ADP gonna let you know who they are now. If I don't tell you nothing else, now stats and stuff, guys. That's what that's the fam over there doing their thing. But I can give you the heart of the players, the heart of the coaches. That's me. But thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for being on the panel, and have a great day. Have a great Thursday.
Thank you,
Jacob.
Thank you.
All right.
All right.